Okay, guys and gals, it is Father's Day, and my wine is ready. So what I'm doing now is filtering it with some paper towels. And again, I'll go over it with y'all how I did this. Get yourself your favorite juice at the store, Walmart, or wherever. You can use apple juice, or if you can, the Welch's 100% grape juice is really good to use. And this is what it comes in, a jug like this, and you dump some of it out, and you put 5 cups of sugar in it, and then you put the sugar in it, you shake it up. You're going to want to shake it for a good 2 to 3 minutes. You want that sugar to dissolve all inside that juice. And then you're going to put yourself a teaspoon of yeast. You can use the little packages of yeast that you buy over by the flour, the Frenchman's yeast. I like that the best. And when you put that yeast in there, give it just a couple of little shakes. And what I did was I rigged this deal up here. This screws onto here, and the hose just barely comes out. You don't want it getting into the liquid. And as it burps, as the alcohol ferments, the air will go into this line and into this bottle. Now this line goes all the way into the water, and you can watch the bubbles come out, and it vents back up through this tube. You can do it like that. That keeps anything from getting inside of the homemade wine. No bugs or gnats or flies or anything, because it will attract gnats. The smell of the fermenting fruit, whatever you decide. Or you can get what I've used before in the kids section at the store. In the toy section, there is they're balloons, and they're real big balloons, and there's a rubber band on them, and you can bop them like this, big giant balloons for the kids. You can get that and put your rubber balloon around this. Once you mix up your deal, and put your jug in a cool, dark place. And if you don't have a cool, dark place, you can do like I did and just put a paper sack over it. It'll be dark enough. But you got to be careful, because that balloon will swell way up. I've never had one pop, but I've seen them get really big. And when that balloon starts going down, then your wine is ready. And it could take up to 2 weeks. This wine fermented for a while because I put extra yeast in it on accident. So I checked it this morning and it stopped bubbling. You'll see the little bubbles coming out of that little hose there, and it stopped bubbling. See if I blow on this tube. That's exactly what it'll do when it's fermenting. And it'll get slower and slower, and then one day you'll look at it, it'll be just 1 or 2 bubbles popping out of there. But that is your homemade wine. I'm going to grill some sausage today to try with Teresa's homemade sauerkraut. She canned up some sauerkraut. She knows I love sauerkraut. So it's been sitting a while, so it should be ready to go. So we'll have the sausage and sauerkraut, and I got a special surprise for you today. We are going to grill some corn. And if you've never had grilled corn, you're going to like it. I'm going to show you different ways to do it, and it's extremely good. And that's the best way I love to eat corn on the cob, is off the grill. Alright guys, like I promised y'all that I'm going to do y'all some grilling. And my favorite part about this grilling, it doesn't even have meat in it. My favorite part is going to be the corn cooked on that grill. And some of y'all have never had it, some of y'all have. And if the ones of y'all that have know what I'm talking about. But I got the old, I didn't crank up the smoke box this time. I'm using the charcoal end of it. Got the charcoal going. Get it all nice and white, and I'll start cooking. And I'll be back with an update. Alright guys, I got everything on the grill. And y'all gonna get a kick out of this. I got the corn on there. Try to get the shadowing. And up there I got some Brussels sprouts with some butter and Tony Chachere's. I got my sausage links over here. Got some of those pre-made hamburger patties right there. You're gonna sprinkle them down with some applewood seasoning and some Tony Chachere's. But you just take your corn, get you some tongs when you have them on the grill, and you want to just keep turning it. See how brown and pretty that is? To be honest with you, these outside shucks are going to be black when this is done and over with. And you say, well, what about the butter and the seasonings, Les? I got you covered, guys. When those shucks start getting nice, oop, I got a fire coming. When those shucks start getting nice and brown, you just peel them shucks back and you throw you a big old slab of butter in there. And then fold that shuck back and put it on there and let it cook, continue to cook. You want your kernels to be good, cooked, and soft. Sometimes I like to get my kernels a little bit tan from the cooking area. And man, they are so crispy, crunchy, and delicious. And I got a confession to make, guys. Y'all know I don't drink too much anymore, but I just couldn't help myself. That homemade wine I made for barbecuing and cooking, you know, I got me a little tidbit with some ice, and I tell you what, that is the best homemade wine I've ever had. Man, it is good. I'll be back as soon as this stuff starts getting ready to cook and flipping and stuff like that. I will bring y'all back. You know, and by the way, I don't know if y'all know this or not, but that's my old homemade barbecue pit I made from scrap pipe and scrap metal that I found at the scrap yard. But happy Father's Day to me. And y'all going to be asking, why am I cooking so much meat? Well, I'll explain that on the next section. I'll be back. All right, guys. Look at that. Look at them big old fat Brussels sprouts with all that seasoning on it. And the sausage and the hamburger patties and the corn. Oh, see, I got a little fire on that corn. So you got to watch it. You got to keep it closed. It just burns the hairs on the end of the corn. That's fine. It's not going to hurt the corn. But I peeled the husk back, put some butter on it. Now I'm going to tell you some of the seasonings you can put on those corns that will really blow your mind. When I first tried it, I was like, no way. I just want corn with my butter. But that grilled corn, you take, you open it up after you got it cooked and it's all nice and buttery. And go to the store and buy you a seasoning called lemon pepper. Lemon pepper. It's in the seasoning here. I'll put that on your corn. I've seen people put chili powder on their corn with mayonnaise. That's really good, chili powder. I've seen them put mayonnaise on their corn. I've tried that. That's also really good. Just regular old salt and pepper, or just regular eating it off the grill with the corn just like it is. And yeah, just eating the corn and the right off the grill with just the butter on it is really good. But y'all really, I really wish y'all would go and try just the lemon pepper. Sprinkle it all over the corn and just start eating it. It is off the chain good. But that's my Father's Day. It's almost done cooking, y'all. I'm going to put it on the cold side of the grill and let it stay warm until my sweet wife comes home this evening. It is, if she gets to come home, I hope so. But garden is doing really well. You can see the sun starting to bake some of the cucumbers, turning yellow. Got all the corn up yesterday, pulled it all up, put it out here in the yard, chomped it up with the lawnmower. My cayenne peppers, look at that. Can y'all see them in there? All pretty red cayenne peppers. And I found out what these rabbits were doing to my beans. I'm not quite sure why they were doing this, but what they do is, I'll show y'all. My bean stalks are growing right up here, all pretty and nice. And you see the dead ones? There's two bean stalks there. The rabbits are biting the vine in half. They did it there, they did it there, they did it on that one. They're not eating none of it, they're just biting it in half. So I don't know why. So anyway, we're gonna fix it. Teresa's sunflowers, that sunflower is as tall as I am. I'm 6 foot tall. I hadn't made a flower yet, but it's going to. The okra is all doing really good. I just love the flowers that the okra plants make. It's pretty. And we got a lot of rain coming today, guys. A lot of rain coming all week, they say. But we haven't had no rain in 2 weeks. I think it's been over 2 weeks. It's been almost a month now since we've had any rain. But yeah, she's looking a little shabby from the heat. But the peppers are loving the heat. If you'll notice there, my ghost chili right there. No, that's the habanero. Got a pretty habanero pepper on it. We got a bunch of others on it. And finally, my ghost pepper. The red ghost hot chili pepper. Look at that. You see it on there? Right there. Got a chili pepper on it. Now I can't eat them. But what I can do is dehydrate them and crush them up into a powder and use just tiny little bits of it to season, like beans or whatever it is you're cooking. But anyway, guys, Reagan with Southern Boy Pepper, Mr. Tom with Deep South Bama, and all the other dads that watch the show. I want to tell y'all Happy Father's Day. God bless each and every one of y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day, and enjoy this cool rain we're about to have, because it's extremely hot out here, guys. I mean, it's so hot that I didn't even want to come out here and stack none of that wood this morning. The humidity is just horrible. But we got a little bit light breeze, which feels good to me right now. But I promise y'all, I'll get it stacked up over here on this deal, and everything will be good. Teresa's bean garden is doing really well. But tell your loved ones you love one. Tell your loved ones you love them, because you never know what tomorrow brings. And me and Reagan was talking all the stuff that's happened this year in 2020. You know, it's just mind-blowing at how bad this year has been. And we wouldn't be a bit surprised if a alien ship come from outer space and landed here in our front yard. That'd be probably the least surprised I'd be from all the other stuff that's happened this year. But anyway, guys, we got the Saharan dust coming our way in southeast Texas, probably Alabama too. But it's supposed to be bad. I think it'll get here by tomorrow. Hopefully the rain will keep it pushed down. And y'all take it easy. I am out. Time for me to go get my barbecue stuff going on. All right. This is the final results. The smoked Brussels sprouts are off the chain good, with the little Tony Chachere's and butter. This beautiful corn roasted all on the pit. Just hot, steamy, and buttery. Put butter all over them. That's my favorite part, the little brown part. But sometimes I'll make the whole corn. I got hamburger patties under there somewhere. But anyway, guys, that's it. That's my Happy Father's Day meal. Y'all have a good one. I cooked so much meat because nobody's coming over except for me and Teresa. But I go to work all week long, and instead of buying lunch out all week, here you go. I can have something different every day of the week. Have a good one.